Part 5. Last. The silence after the storm. The night of the banquet ended in fragments. Broken glass, whispers, slammed doors. Leonard did not stay to see the full collapse. He slipped into the quiet of the city, his steps steady, his heart strangely calm. For the first time in months, maybe years, he felt clarity. Julia called him the next morning. He let it ring. A second call followed, then a dozen more. Each one went unanswered. She left voicemails, her voice cracking, moving from pleading to furious to sobbing apologies. "Leonard, please, we can fix this. It wasn't what it looked like. You humiliated me in front of everyone. How could you? You don't understand. I still love you. I was just lost." He deleted them all. Marcus too tried to reach him. First, an angry email. "You'll regret this. You think you can ruin me." Then silence as the fallout hit. Within a week, Leonard learned through whispers at school that Marcus had been placed on leave pending investigation into financial misconduct. By the end of the month, he was terminated. His name a cautionary tale in his industry. Julia's world crumbled even faster. Her friends abandoned her. Whispers of the affair spread through her office until her once flawless reputation was in tatters. Her parents stopped answering her calls, too ashamed to face the neighbors. At church, pews shifted subtly away from her presence. Leonard had not lifted a finger since the banquet. The avalanche moved on its own now. Yet revenge, Leonard discovered, was not pure triumph. His house was quiet, too quiet. The absence of Julia's perfume, her laughter, even her lies left the air heavy. He returned from work to silence, ate dinner alone, graded papers under dim lamplight. The fortress was gone, and with it, the illusion of companionship. At school, he taught with the same precision as always, but his eyes seemed older. When he lectured on the fall of Troy, he spoke not with academic detachment but with the weight of a man who had lived his own siege. A student raised a hand once, asking, "Mr. Hale, do you think revenge makes people feel better?" The class chuckled nervously. Leonard paused. "Revenge," he said slowly, his history's cruelest irony. "It promises justice, but leaves you standing in the ashes, wondering if you destroyed too much or not enough." The room fell silent. One evening, Julia came to the house. Leonard heard the knock, soft but insistent. Against his better judgment, he opened the door. She stood there, thinner, her eyes rimmed red. She clutched a coat tight against her body, as though trying to shield herself from a storm. "Leonard," she whispered, "please, let me in." He studied her face, the same face he had once loved without question. Now it was a mask of desperation. "What do you want, Julia? I made a mistake. I was stupid, selfish. But what you did," she swallowed hard. "You didn't just punish me, you destroyed me. My parents won't speak to me. My job is hanging by a thread. I don't have anyone left." Leonard's expression did not soften. "And whose fault is that?" Her lip trembled. I thought if you saw how much I regret it, maybe we could rebuild." He shook his head slowly. "The fortress is gone. Julia, you knocked it down yourself. I just showed everyone the ruins." She reached for his hand, but he stepped back. The gesture died between them. "Goodbye, Julia," he said, and closed the door. On the other side, he heard her sob once, then footsteps fading into the night. Months passed. Life settled into a rhythm, quieter, lonelier, but free of deception. Leonard read more, took long walks, even started writing a manuscript, The History of Betrayal. Not as a textbook, but as a reflection, blending past treacheries with his own. He wasn't sure if he'd ever publish it. Perhaps it was only for him. Sometimes, though, late at night, he wondered if he had gone too far. The humiliation he orchestrated had not just punished Julia, it had annihilated her. Could he have chosen a cleaner path? Divorce, confrontation, silence. But then he would remember the rain-slick street, Julia's hand resting on Marcus's wrist, her laughter like a blade in his gut. He remembered the lies, the smirks, the way she had underestimated him, and he would whisper to the dark, "No, they chose this. I just ended it." The last time he saw Julia was almost a year later. She passed him on a city street, thinner still, dressed in muted colors, eyes downcast. She didn't notice him, or maybe she did, but couldn't bear to meet his gaze. Leonard watched her vanish into the crowd, a ghost of the woman who once shared his bed. He felt no triumph, no anger, only a hollow acceptance. Revenge had not healed him, but it had freed him, and freedom, he realized, was worth the ashes. That night, Leonard sat at his desk, pen hovering over his manuscript. He wrote the final line. Betrayal ends not with forgiveness, nor with vengeance. It ends with silence. The silence of what once was, and the silence of what will never be again. He set the pen down, exhaled, and closed the book. The storm had passed. The fortress was gone. But in the rubble, Leonard had built something else. Not joy, not love, but truth. And truth, however cold, would endure.